Hello, good afternoon. In California, it's the afternoon. Hello to everybody, depending on where you're tuning in from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am so excited to be here with you today. I am Sara Kuhl. I am your product education and training director here at Senegence. And I am very excited to have you join me today on an episode of Get Ready With Me. I am going to be sharing today, focusing on achieving that beautifully bronzed glow. As you can see, I don't have any makeup on. I do have my mascara on. I prepared that beforehand. But as shocking as this might be, tanning and having that sun-kissed appearance has not always been popular. And I love to share the history of fashion trends and makeup looks so that people can understand how they've developed over time, how they were established, how they came about. And the desire for a tanned complexion has a long and varied history that dates back thousands of years. So I'm excited. I see people jumping on. I want to know where you're tuning in from. Have you all received the Beautifully Bronzed collection yet? Have you ordered it yet? Have you been playing around with it? I want to know what you are excited about. And oh, thank you, Holly. I am very excited about it. I've been playing with it and I am loving it. We have cute little tan bag that it comes in, and we have the Toasted Shimmer, we have the Milk Rose Hydra Matte, we have the Golden Hour Moisturizing Lip Gloss, and we have the Pink Clay original formula of LipSense. I will also be adding a few other items in. You know, we repackaged the pearlizer, still the great same formula that you love, but I will be adding this in because of course you have to have the pearlizer with a bronzed appearance, right? And along with that, I'm going to be sharing with you a little history about tanning. I started out at the beginning to talk about it. And in ancient civilizations such as like Egypt, Rome, Greece, during the Renaissance era, during the, the Middle Ages, all of that. Well, a fair complexion was actually associated with wealth and nobility. And it indicated that, a tan became more associated with lower class that had to work outside and work outdoors or in the fields. And while a pale complexion remained more desirable among the upper classes because it represented that one did not have to work outdoors. So to achieve a tan, people in this era or in these civilizations would use various substances such as plant extracts, oils, mud to darken the skin. You know, this is pre-cosmetics. They created their own with berries and mud and all of that good stuff, right? So in ancient Egypt, for example, both men and women would apply a mixture of oils, plant extracts to their skin to protect it from the sun, but also to create that golden glow. And along with that, women would go to extreme measures to make sure that their skin was shielded to maintain a fair complexion. So if we fast forward to the 20th century, having a tan became associated with more outdoor activity, more of a healthy, active lifestyle. And the popularity of tanning actually came around in the 1920s. When fashion designer Coco Chanel was actually vacationing in the French Riviera. Well, she accidentally got a sunburn and she returned with a tan. And this was very appealing to some people, you know. She's such an icon. And during the same time period, Josephine Baker, she was the first African-American woman to become a major star. She was a singer, she was an actress, and people fell in love with her image and they were adoring her caramel skin tone. And people began copying both of these icons. They wanted this style, they wanted this look. So this sparked a trend. And a tan soon became a symbol of luxury and leisure. And then by the 1930s, the first commercial sunscreens were introduced. And this was to obviously help with protection from overexposure to the sun. And around the 1940s and 50s, sunbathing and using tanning oils was becoming more popular, and people seeking that bronze complexion was more appealing. So, and by the 1970s, the artificial tanning beds were coming about, tanning methods, sun lamps, UV tanning beds were introduced, and this would allow people to achieve that tan without the sun exposure, right? Well, fast forward again, right? We are going into modern day. So today, the perception of tanning varies across cultures and individuals. While some still associate a tan with beauty and vitality, there is a growing awareness of the importance of protecting the skin from harmful UV radiation and practicing safe sun habits. So here at Senegence, we offer those options to have that SPF protection, but also a wide range of makeup products that can help you achieve a beautifully bronzed makeup look, right? So we have lots of variety to choose from. Today, I'm going to create a version that will take it back to the essence of ancient times, like I spoke about earlier, along with connecting the look to be more modern and like a modern innovation by using our beautifully bronzed collection plus a few more items, right? So some of the most traditional ways to do this is with the Make Sense foundation or with the CCTMs. Usually on a regular basis, I do a light medium and mix it with a little bit of the medium deep to create that all over glow. But I've been playing around and I thought it would be really fun to create a different way to create that warmth to the skin. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. I have already applied my skincare, my eye cream. We'll make sure that we do another get ready with me on how to apply all of the skincare as well. I'm actually going to start with the BlushSense, and I have here, you can go with cherry, Terra, Cotta. You can use the pink berry. There's a variety of options that you can play with, right? So today, for myself, I'm going to play with the pink berry because I tend to get more of that sun-kissed appearance when I'm out there, and I have my little palette sheets. I'm going to palette it onto there. I'm going to mix a little bit with it and do a little bit of the terracotta, but I'm gonna do them separately and then mix them with a brush and then go for it. I like to do just that perimeter because when you do spend time in the sun, you can get that kissed glow. So I have these on here. Welcome everybody. I'm excited that you're jumping on here. I see you on there. So there's the terracotta, and here is the, which one did I choose? Not the cherry, but the, where did I just set that down? They jump far. Oh no. Here it is. The pink berry. Sorry about that. So you can see on my little palette sheet, and then I like to swirl it so that it isn't too concentrated. I am going to put a little pop of it. I'm going to grab my mirror so I can see a little better. And I'm going to do on the high points of my face. Right there, you can see. And then this is very bold and it will blend in. Blending is the name of the game, right? I'm gonna get my hairline because I sometimes get that sun-kissed appearance on there. I'm gonna get across the nose and a little on the chin, okay? And then with this, I'm going to not use the same brush because I look like a little bunny, I feel like, right now. I'm gonna use a different blending brush and I'm going to buff it in. And that is going to, I'm sure you've all had this happen to your skin, and this does over time cause sun damage, but not from the makeup, but from exposure, if you get these sunburns, right? So I'm creating this glow around where the sun would naturally kiss the skin, right? So the sun is going to naturally kiss the skin on the high points of the face, the chin area, the nose, right? And when you're contouring, you're kind of going down like that. With the sunburn, you go more across, right? And then you can add a little pop to your eye. You can see I've already got a little more warmth. A lot more warmth, right? So I'm buffing it into the hairline. If you're blonde, you want to make sure you're a little more careful around the hairline so that you don't get it, your blonde isn't all pink. So I'm going to buff this in, and then I'm going to create, thank you, Christine Cook. I thought it was interesting too. I like those, the historical, I like the history around where the looks are created from. Okay, so I have this, got that little pop of color, like I got that little sun-kissed glow, right? So now I'm going to do something a little non-traditional, and instead of using the CCTMs to create this look, I have the Nangai oil, and I also have the bronze dust, and I already have paletted it out onto the sheet. So what I'm going to do is use a tad bit of the Nangai oil and putting it onto the hand. And then I'm gonna use a fluffier brush to swirl a little bit of the Nangai oil. And then I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the bronze dust powder. You could also use, depending on your skin tone, you could use the medium powder, the medium translucent powder. You could use the deep translucent powder. You can use the bronze dust like I'm doing right now. And I am going to swirl it so that it mixes. And remember me talking about at the beginning how they mixed oils and dirt? Well, I'm not mixing dirt, but I'm mixing the powder. And I'm going to create that warmth to the skin by using the bronze dust and the Nangai oil mixed together. You can see on my hand that it's mixing. So you can create this, and not only will it create that warmth to the skin, I have to take my earrings out because I got to buff. I got to buff and I got to blend, right? And it's just going to keep hitting those. So you can see I'm doing it in a swirling motion, like a 3. Remember the 3 for the bronzing? So it's boom, boom. On the other side, it's boom, boom. So when you're doing it, you have to say the boom, boom, or it won't work. Right? So I am creating that bronze glow, and you want to make sure you get down your jawline because you want it to blend in with the rest of your skin. And you can see that sun-kissed appearance with the blush on the cheeks and on the hairline already, and that gives that warmth. And not only that, but the Nangai oil is so nourishing to the skin, right? Myrnie, I see it. Boom, boom. And Yvette, you got it. You got what I'm putting down. Picking up what I'm putting down. So I'm going down onto the jawline, and I'm creating that appearance onto the skin. You can see that it's adding that bronze glow, you know, like you're on vacation, like Coco Chanel in the French Riviera, right? Okay. So you can even go down onto your like shoulders and create that over here, right? And then, you know, don't forget about your Glowify. We're not done though, right? I don't use it sparingly. I go heavy-handed. And with that, you can see it adds that radiance and that luminosity, and buffing it in with the brush. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the Beautifully Bronzed collection. Oh, all that nourishment from not only the Nangai oil, but from the coconut, from the Glowify, all those antioxidants, all that nourishment. I wish I was boating in Florida in Duck Key. I'm in Cali though, which isn't a bad place to be. So have a wonderful time in Duck Key, all of you achievers for that. That's amazing. Congratulations. And so now we're going to do the eyes. I'm going to get the Toasted Shimmer, part of the Beautifully Bronzed collection. And I am going to apply it to, you can see, I always do a little deposit of the color, and then I come back and I blend. Because when you deposit the color and then come back to blend, you're going to spread the color. And it's easier to add more than to delete. And this is the perfect tone to add to that beautifully bronzed glow. You can see that from the BlushSense that I still have that pop of red up here. And that adds to the warmth. Thank you, Yvette. It feels very hydrating. And, you know, hydrating is really nice on more mature skin anyway. So adding a little more. Blending again. And when I'm spreading it around, I'm kind of taking it out all over the lid. You can see even up to like right below, I have like a little space from underneath the eyebrow to where I stop the blending, but it's not much space. I want that bronzed goddess appearance, right? So with that, I'm going to add a touch of Americano because that's going to add a little more warmth and that it's got a tint of red to it. Like it has that orangey tint of red to it. Okay, so the Americano, I'm going to do it right here on the lash line, right above the lashes. You can see how it adds that warmth. And then I'm blending at the same time. So you can see that glow, the Americano. So I did the Toasted Shimmer and now I'm adding the Americano. You can add a touch of it underneath the eye if you want for that drop shadow appearance. Okay. And then I'm going to add a little touch of the, I have the eyeliner to add that more gold effect. It's the Golden Shimmer, right? And I'm going to add it to the inner corners. I did it like a V. And I'm going to come back with a blending brush. I don't have any lip gloss on right now, and my lips are craving some moisture. I'm going to take this little brush right here, and I'm going to blend in that Golden Shimmer. That adds to that beautifully bronzed appearance. Okay, and now I'm going to add, where's my pearlizer? Got my pearlizer. Got a little dab of that. I like to use my fingers with this. You can use it with a brush. I like to buff it with a brush in, so I'm gonna go up to the high points right there. You can see. And then I'm gonna add a dab of it right there onto the brow bone. Okay, now I'm gonna grab a different buffing brush and smooth that in. You can see that highlight. And you can see the pop of the Golden Shimmer in here, right? And now I'm going to add a touch of some lip because I need something on my lip. So I hardly use mine, but need to more. I like the golden eyeliner. Girl, use it. Play around with it, right? You can even do it all the way across the lid. So even if I can do that for you if you want to see the effect of that. That'll be a nice contrast too. So the warmth and then the contrast of the golden shimmer will be a nice glow. Great for summertime. Come down here with it if you want. Give that nice pop of radiance. Blending it in, softening it. Perfect for highlighting that little area and giving that contrast from the dark color, from the lighter color. And that actually makes you appear more tan when you do that. So having that pop of highlight right there actually makes you appear a little more on the goldeny bronzed look, okay? So let's do the lips like I said I was gonna do because I am craving my moisture. Okay, so we have the Hydra Matte. I really love the Milk Rose, but for this right now, I am going to use the Pink Clay and the Golden Hour because I really like adding that to it. And I think that for my particular look right now, I am going to want that juiciness with the Golden Hour gloss. So I'm going to the Pink Clay. Is anybody doing their look with me right now, or are we just watching? I'm gonna go try it later. Or are you still waiting for your collection? All right, you can see that adds to it. And you don't have to do the 3 layers. You can just do a pop of color. And put that gloss on top of it. Okay. There we go. And now I want that Golden Hour. You know, that golden hour is when that sun is perfect right before the sunset and it hits your face and it's like, ooh, it's selfie time, right? So golden hour. See, that juiciness adds to that hydration. Right? If you don't want to do the Pink Clay, you can just do the Golden Hour. That'll look beautiful as well. Now, to add just like a little pop of highlight, I'm going to add my the eye illuminator. And something that I want to do is add a touch of the deep onto the skin because it totally has that toasted bronze to it. So that'll just add to the look. So I'm right here, dabbing on my hand. Everybody's waiting for their colors to arrive. So this is gonna be like the additional warmth that is going to add to that like J-Lo glow appearance. I love all 3 of the eye illuminators. So I like to play with them. I'll do the one side first. And then I call this, Tracy, she says, I use the deep for my contour and bronzing. Exactly, girl. That is what we're going for. And with that, I call it like a soft sculpting because the other colors are going to be a little more deeper and give that intensity for that contouring aspect, where the eye illuminators give that soft sculpt, right? So it's not like so intense, but it still gives that definition to the skin. And then do the other side. You can see on the skin how deep it is. And then when you're buffing it in, how it really just melts into the skin. It's so nice. If you want, you can take a brush, you can buff it in that way. Oh, that's with the blush. Don't do that. You'll have a mess on your hands. Different brush. And you see I'm like patting it, like stippling. Put your questions in the chat if you have any more. Jay, cool. Yes. Cool glow. Now, you could do your brows. I can do my brows, but also one thing that's going to give like a little pop of color, and it's going to make it a little more adding to the tan look, is with the concealer. So I'm going to go with, I usually do light, or I showed you on the last one that I like to do the white blender, but I'm going to use the light and a tad bit of the white blender. And I like to get this little guy, this little brush right here, blend that in together. I'm not going to go too heavy with the concealer because I don't want it to be too mattified, but I want to give that awake appearance, like, you know, like you've been wearing sunglasses at the beach and that part didn't get sun, right? Total lift to the face. And you can just see I did it on the one side. And I just use the tiniest itty bit. If you need a little bit more coverage, then go for it. But just a little bit goes a long way because you don't want it to look too overdone. You want it, my lights are like turning off. Like that's not okay. So you can see it in this light too. Let's go, hold on real quick. It's making me type in my password to turn my lights back on. There's one. There we go. One more. They went and turned off the lights on me. Right? So you can see I just did a little dab of the light concealer with a little mix of the white blender, which totally ties it in and makes it look a little bit more tan, but more even as well. And then I'm going to go right here. And I'm just using the warmth of my finger to melt it into the skin. It's like those finishing touches to tie it all in, right? Right here, and then a little pop underneath the eyebrow. Give that lift. I don't want it to be too overdone, so I'm probably not gonna do my eyebrows. It's just gonna be that natural. If you wanted to, you can go in with a little pop of it. And then, because I want a little more dab, I'm gonna add that golden shimmer, the toasted. I'm mixing the golden shimmer and the toasted shimmer with the golden. I'm mixing up the names. So a little more of the toasted shimmer. Blend out again. Blending. Blending is your friend. You could even take a little bit of this toasted shimmer down onto the cheekbone where the pearlizer is. You can mix them. You could do it on your own, depending on your skin tone, however you want to do it. Just for fun's sake, might as well, since we're playing around and creating that look, that golden, you can see that on my hand, that golden bronzed appearance. And mixed a little bit with the pearlizer. with the Toasted Shimmer. You can catch that in the light. Go on the other side. You go a little bit up on the forehead. You know, like when you're out on a vacation and after that day at the beach, after that day at the pool, and you go in, you go to shower, and then you all are going to dinner and you just want to keep that radiance, this is the best way to do it, especially if you've had your hydrating facial sunscreen on all day to protect that skin. And this is the way to create that glow so that you're able to, you know, look like you've partaken in the sun all day, but you've really been protecting your skin, and now you know how to achieve it. And with that, you can add a little powder if you want to in certain areas. If you tend to be a little more oily, go for it. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can just keep that radiance. I would do the translucent loose powder. If you do want to add a little more depth to the look, you could powder at the end of it. I think I'm going to rock with this. And you can catch the light. You can see the beautifully bronzed glow. So many different ways to achieve this look, especially with the variety of products we have here at Senegence. I thought this would be a fun and unique, different way to do it. Try it. Let me know how you like mixing the bronze dust or the translucent powders in either medium or deep, depending on your skin tone, with the Nangai oil. I think that'll be a really fun game for you to play. You might not get it right the first time, but it's just like mixing it together and getting that consistency. And girls, it will be such radiance on the skin. I hope you enjoyed getting ready with me today. I look forward to seeing you again. Put your questions or comments in the chat, and I will see you again real soon. Take care, and thank you for joining me. Have fun with your looks.